You know what? The idea of giving it your all every single day sounds easy, right? But deep down, you know it's a battle you're losing. The world spins faster than you can keep up with. And no matter how hard you push, it feels like you're stuck, like you've barely scratched the surface of your potential. You're starting to question if it even exists. But what if I told you there's a way out of this endless cycle? A way to break free from the overwhelm, the confusion, the feeling of constantly falling short. What if there was a philosophy, an ancient, relentless philosophy that could force you to unlock every ounce of your potential? Not just on good days, but every single day, no matter what life throws at you. Picture this. You wake up tomorrow morning not drowning in tasks, not crushed by an endless list of things to do. No, you wake up fired up, knowing exactly why you're here. A force inside you, sharp and unyielding, pushing you forward. That's not some fleeting burst of motivation. That's purpose born from unshakable discipline. You've got clarity, no distractions, no self-doubt, just an unstoppable, disciplined march toward your best self. This is what Stoicism offers. It's not about being perfect, about constantly winning. It's about being relentless in doing your best, even when it feels impossible. It's about showing up no matter what. Seneca, a man who understood struggle more than most, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Think about that for a second. The fears, the doubts, the internal chaos, they're just smoke, an illusion of suffering. And that's the real battle inside your mind. The world isn't beating you down. You're beating yourself down with what you think will happen, what you fear is coming. But guess what? You have the power to rewrite that narrative, to change the way you perceive obstacles, how you react to discomfort, to step up every single day, no matter what stands in your way, and crush it. So let me ask you, are you ready to break free from this mental prison? Are you prepared to stop being your own worst enemy and start becoming your own greatest ally? Because today I'm going to share with you 9 Stoic secrets that will revolutionize your daily approach to life. These principles will demand everything from you, but if you let them, they'll make you untouchable. Before we dive in, hit that like button, subscribe, and do not skip a single second of this. We're about to rip the veil off your entire perspective and set you on fire with a new unstoppable energy. You want change. This is your moment. Ready? Let's tear this down. Number 1, focus on what you can control. You wake up to chaos every single day. The world is a beast clawing at you from every angle. Traffic snarls your every move. The weather doesn't care about your plans. People around you always ready to tell you what to do, what to think, what's wrong with you. And let's not even talk about the unpredictability of life itself. It's like an endless storm you can't seem to escape. But here's the savage truth. You can't control the storm. You can't. So why the hell do you keep trying? The more you try to control the uncontrollable, the more you drown in frustration. The key isn't controlling the storm. It's mastering how you stand in the middle of it. Marcus Aurelius didn't just give us some old words to memorize. He shouted a wake-up call. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. That's the bulletproof truth, my friend. The mind, it's the only battlefield that matters. You can't control the traffic, the weather, or the opinions of others. But what you can control, what you must control, is how you respond. Imagine that power, every reaction, every choice, every thought yours to own. You're not a victim of life's unpredictability. You're the one who decides how to face it. And that's where your true strength lies, in your response to what happens. Focus. Shift your gaze from the madness around you and bring it back to what you control. Your actions, your thoughts, your discipline, the smallest wins of the day. Those are yours. Don't let the noise pull you into a losing game you're not meant to play. You are the one driving this ship. Here's the secret. The moment you stop trying to tame the uncontrollable, you'll start owning the only thing that truly matters, yourself. Focus on those little things that you can take charge of. Your next decision, your next breath, the way you carry yourself through every challenge. When you do that, something shifts inside you, a clarity, a fire, a confidence that cuts through the chaos. So what do? Start today. Stop waiting for the world to slow down or the storm to pass. Grab hold of what you can control. Own every action. Own every thought. Own every response. This is your first step to unlocking your true power, and it's all yours. Number 2, embrace discomfort. Comfort is a lie. It's that soft, seductive illusion that whispers, stay here, rest, take the easy route. It wraps itself around you like a warm blanket, and for a moment you think it's your friend. But listen closely, comfort is your killer. It's the slow poison that eats away at your ambition, your fire, your very potential. You see, comfort doesn't make you strong. It makes you weak. It breeds apathy, softness, and complacency. Every time you sink deeper into comfort, you're sinking deeper into your own grave. Greatness doesn't come to those who hide from discomfort. It comes to those who run straight toward it, knowing it will carve them into something unrecognizable, something untouchable. Epictetus didn't sugarcoat life. He understood that the pain, the struggle, the discomfort, it's not something you avoid, it's something you embrace. It's the fire that forges you. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You're not a victim of life's punches. You're the one who decides if those punches break you or build you. You've been running from discomfort your entire life, haven't you? Every time it shows up, you try to dodge it. You hide behind distractions, behind "I'll do it later," behind excuses. But here's the brutal truth. Every time you run from discomfort, you run from your future self, the person you could be, the person you're meant to be. They're waiting on the other side of discomfort. So stop running. Run toward the pain, toward the challenge, toward the thing that makes your stomach twist, your heart race, your mind scream for mercy. Step into it. Own it. That's how you build the steel inside you that's unbreakable, unstoppable. That's how you build the kind of strength that makes everything else seem insignificant. It's time to stop looking for the easy way out. There's no easy way. And if you keep telling yourself there is, you'll never know what it feels like to truly live, to truly push past the limits you've placed on yourself. Every time you avoid discomfort, you're telling yourself you're not worthy of greatness. You think greatness happens overnight. No, it's forged in the fires of discomfort, one painful, grueling, uncomfortable moment at a time. So wake up. Step out of that cozy little bubble you've created. Walk straight into the discomfort you've been avoiding. Start small. Wake up before your alarm, take cold showers, speak your truth when it hurts, but never stop. Because here's the truth that will change your life forever. Discomfort is the crucible that transforms you into the person you're meant to be. It's the only way forward. And once you start embracing it, once you stop running, you'll realize discomfort isn't your enemy. It's your ally, your greatest teacher, your path to becoming untouchable. Number 3, practice self-discipline every day. Self-discipline is the beating heart of power. It's the force that separates those who talk about greatness from those who live it. It's not some nice to have. It's the raw, unrelenting muscle that fuels your fire when everything else inside you begs for comfort. It's the blood, sweat, and fire that forges legends. This isn't just about sticking to a routine. It's about being unstoppable. It's about choosing what's hard over what's easy. It's about staring at the devil that whispers, just one more hour of sleep, and saying no. It's about locking eyes with procrastination and smashing it with the intensity of 1,000 storms. Self-discipline isn't just a habit, it's a statement, a declaration that you're in charge, not just of your actions, but of your fate. Seneca wasn't here to sugarcoat life. He understood the savage truth. No man is free who is not master of himself. Let that hit you like a wrecking ball. You're either the master of your mind, your body, your actions, or you're the slave to every fleeting desire that drags you into mediocrity. There is no in-between. The moment you wake up and decide, I will conquer today no matter what, that's when the game changes. Not when motivation magically shows up. Not when things get easy, but when you decide that your discipline will carry you to victory, even when you want to quit. That is the raw essence of success. Let's get real. The days you crush, the days you own, those are the days where you don't wait for inspiration to hit you in the face. No, you drag it out of the shadows and make it kneel before you. You don't just show up, you demand greatness. Every action you take is a brick in the fortress of your future. Self-discipline doesn't care if you're tired. It doesn't care if the world is chaotic, if you feel like you're hanging by a thread. It's the cold, relentless drive to take one more step when your body says stop. It's that moment when you refuse to let weakness win. And with every single act of discipline, you're building an impenetrable wall between yourself and the people who settle for mediocrity. Understand this, discipline is war. Every day is a battlefield. Every moment is a choice. Will you choose to fight for your future, or will you let the world dictate your fate? The price of success is discipline. The price of greatness is discomfort. Every time you show up, every time you refuse to let excuses dictate your actions, you etch your name in history. You're writing your own legacy. You're not waiting for some magical burst of willpower. You're creating it with every decision. You are shaping yourself into something unstoppable, invincible. Number 4, accept what you can't change. There's a brutal truth you need to face: you will never control it all. Life isn't a puppet show where you pull the strings and everything dances to your tune. The world doesn't bend to your whims. People are unpredictable. Situations will slap you sideways when you least expect it. You cannot bend reality to your will, no matter how much you want to. And that is the single most liberating truth you'll ever learn. Let that sink in. What's stopping you from peace? It's not the world. It's your refusal to accept it. Every time you push against what you can't change, you're fighting with yourself. And that fight, it's a losing war. Resistance robs you of your power. It locks you in chains and throws away the key. The moment you stop fighting against the impossible, you open the gates to freedom. Marcus Aurelius didn't whisper it, he commanded it. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This isn't philosophy. This is a call to arms. The obstacle, it's not there to stop you. It's there to push you forward. Every wall, every setback, every cruel twist of fate, it's not a brick in your path. It's a catalyst for your next move. When the world punches you in the gut, you don't just take it, you turn it into your advantage. Now you've had those moments, haven't you? When everything falls apart and it feels like the universe is laughing at you. I dare you to stop fighting. I dare you to accept that it went sideways, not as a victim, but as a warrior who knows that every downfall is a step toward your ultimate rise. Stop wasting your energy on things that don't matter. What if I told you that true power isn't in controlling the uncontrollable? It's in transforming what's in front of you. Stop resisting reality. When you accept what you cannot change, you're no longer trapped in a cage of frustration. You're standing in the middle of a battlefield, arms wide open, saying, "Bring it on. I'll make this work. I'll use this to my advantage." Every obstacle, it's the raw material for your greatness. You're not just accepting, you're embracing the chaos and using it to sharpen your mind, your will, and your strength. The world doesn't owe you smooth roads. It's full of potholes, detours, and dead ends. But when you stop resisting and start embracing it all, you take control. You take command. The challenge. Stop struggling against the tide. Stop spinning in circles trying to change things that can't be changed. Instead, channel all that energy into becoming the force that outgrows what you once thought was impossible. You've got one life. Make it count by working with reality, not against it. Number 5, develop inner peace through meditation. This is not your average close your eyes, breathe deeply fluff. This is war. This is where you dominate your mind, smash through the noise, and refuse to be a slave to your thoughts. You're not seeking peace like some soft, distant dream. You're taking it. You think inner peace just happens. You think it's some light, easy-flowing current that guides you to calm. Think again. Inner peace is earned. You want to get it. You fight for it every day, every moment. You push back against the chaos inside you. You crush distractions like an iron fist. Meditation isn't some passive little exercise in stillness. It's an absolute reckoning with your mind. You don't sit back and wait for peace to come. You demand it. You grab it by the throat and force it into submission. Epictetus wasn't playing games. He didn't whisper sweet nothings. He said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." Peace isn't about silencing the world. It's about breaking your own chains, shutting down the noise that's been dragging you down. You aren't meditating to escape. You're meditating to break free, to take total control of your mind. You'll face your thoughts, not as weaklings to be coddled, but as beasts to be tamed. Every thought, every emotion, you'll stare them down. No fear. You'll learn to command them. You'll let them rise, but you'll decide when they fall. Meditation isn't about just breathing. It's about fighting for mental dominance. When you sit, you don't sink into a state of blissful nothingness. No, you rise. You rise above the noise, above the chaos, above the confusion that's keeping you stuck. You force your mind into clarity. You carve out silence from the inside, not because it's easy, but because you're strong enough to carve it yourself. Imagine this. Every time you sit and focus on your breath, you're sharpening your mind like a blade. Each breath is another strike against the mental clutter. You become a storm of focus. Nothing can touch you. Nothing can rattle you because you've stared down your inner chaos and came out the other side as a warrior, a master of your own thoughts. This isn't peaceful. This is domination. When you meditate like this, you don't just get calm, you get unstoppable. You don't just find clarity, you seize it. And when you get up from that seat, you're not the same person. You're no longer just moving through life. You are the storm. You've forged mental clarity in the fire of your own will. And that's how you build a life of unwavering control. Number 6, live in alignment with your values. Are you living or just existing? Because right now the world is shoving you around, telling you how to think, how to feel, who to be, and for what. To fit into a mold that wasn't made for you. To be a shadow of your true self. No, you were born to burn brighter than that, to stand out, to claim what's yours, your life, your values, your truth. And right now, you have a choice. You can either continue to let the world dictate your worth, or you can say no more and take back what's yours. Marcus Aurelius understood the chaos. He felt it. He saw the battle for authenticity raging and he didn't flinch. He said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." Boom, think about that. Your life doesn't depend on the circumstances. It doesn't depend on what others do. It depends on your thoughts. And if you're not thinking the right thoughts, you're drowning in everyone else's noise. You're not here to follow. You're here to lead, to walk in your own direction, regardless of the pressure to conform. The world will push you, try to mold you. But when you know who you are, no force can move you. You will become a titan, an immovable force, a living embodiment of your values. And you will never let anyone take that away. What do you stand for? What burns deep inside of you that nothing can snuff out? When you align with your core values, you are not bending to the will of the world. You are making the world bend to your truth. Every decision you make, every single move is an extension of your deepest, most powerful self. No more confusion, no more hesitation, no more questioning. Think of the times you've compromised yourself, done things you knew weren't you to fit in, to be accepted, to be loved. How did it feel? Like a chain wrapped around your soul, tightening every time you gave in. Enough of that. This is your rebellion. It's time to stop living for anyone but you. Live for your values, not their opinions. Live for the things that matter, and watch how everything changes. Because when you're aligned with your values, the noise fades, the doubts melt, and all that's left is the raw power of who you really are. You'll walk into every room unstoppable, undeniable, knowing that no matter what happens, you are rooted in your truth. Here's the deal. The universe doesn't owe you anything. But when you live in alignment with your values, you will receive everything you deserve and then some. You will be unstoppable, unshakable, a force to be reckoned with. When you are true to yourself, you are everything you need. There's no approval to seek, no validation to chase. You are already enough. And when you live like that, everything else falls into place. Number 7, focus on the present moment. Enough with the delusions, enough with the fantasies about the past and future. Stop. Take a breath right now and feel it. That's the only thing that's real. Everything else is a lie, a distraction that pulls you away from the only moment you've ever had, this one. The past, gone. Nothing but ghosts whispering in your ear trying to steal your energy. You can't change it. And the future, it's a myth, a story you tell yourself to keep you from acting. It's not real. It's the perfect place to hide when you're too scared to face what's in front of you right now. But here's the secret. This moment, right here, right now, is the only battlefield that matters. You've been sitting on your potential, making excuses, thinking that someday you'll be ready. Forget that. Today is the day you make a choice to focus now. The present moment isn't some fluffy idea, it's the decisive moment that changes everything. Do you hear that? That's the sound of time slipping away. The present moment is slipping through your fingers like water, and every time you look backward or forward, you're just letting it drain away. You're wasting it. Stop wasting it. Epictetus dropped a truth bomb when he said, "Don't explain your philosophy, embody it." And that's what you've been missing. You can talk all day long about what you want to be, what you want to achieve. But if you don't live it right now in this second, you're a liar to yourself. This moment is your chance. You're not promised tomorrow. You don't get another shot at right now. Every second you waste is a chance you'll never get back. The life you want to live, it starts right here. The things you dream about, they'll stay dreams until you decide to live them in this moment. And don't you dare fall into the trap of saying, "I'll focus tomorrow." Tomorrow doesn't exist. You're alive right now, or you're dead inside. When you say you'll do it later, you're just giving your power away to a future that doesn't exist yet. Every choice you make right now, every action you take in this exact moment determines the life you will live. The life you're living right now is the result of what you've chosen to do or not do in the present. And the longer you keep running from it, the more you fall into the pit of regret and fear. This is the part where you change everything. Stop thinking you need some grand moment, some big event to act. The time is now, right in front of you. And you either seize it or you continue to live in the past, chasing after things that are already gone or living in fear of a future that may never come. What are you going to do now? Are you going to sit here in your chair letting life pass by, or are you going to stand up right now and make this moment count? Focus on the now. The past doesn't define you. The future isn't here yet. But this moment, it's all you have. It's everything. Wake up. Step into your power and don't waste another second. Number 8, build resilience through adversity. Resilience isn't just a word. It's a warrior's soul forged in the furnace of chaos. Life doesn't ask you if you're ready for the fight. It doesn't care. It's not waiting for you to be comfortable, to be well rested. Life throws punches, brutal, gut-wrenching punches, and it won't stop. It will hit you with everything. But let me tell you something, you get to decide. Are you going to collapse under the weight? Or are you going to stand taller every time life knocks you down? This is your moment to decide what you're made of. You either let the storm drown you, or you become the storm. Seneca didn't whisper this, he shouted it. Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. Every time life slaps you in the face, it's not a setback, it's a chance to become invincible. Every challenge is a gate to something stronger. Every obstacle is a stone you lay down to build your fortress. Don't you dare look away when it gets hard. Don't wish for an easier path. The easy path is for the weak, the ones who will be forgotten. The path you're on, that's the one that shapes titans. That's the one that makes you impossible to defeat. I want you to think of the darkest time in your life, the one you thought would break you. The pain was unbearable. The road was so twisted it felt like you couldn't keep going, but guess what? You're still here. You are standing, you survived, and you came out stronger. And every scar on your soul, that's a badge of honor, not a mark of weakness. Now get this straight, you won't just bounce back. You'll come back unstoppable. Adversity isn't a punishment. It's the fire that forges you into something wild. When life throws you down, you don't just rise. You rise with fire in your eyes, with a rage in your bones, knowing you are different now. You're stronger, wiser, faster, and angrier than ever before. You think you're broken. No, you're being remade. Every failure, every punch to the gut is just life's way of sharpening you. It's not your weakness, it's your power. You're not just surviving the storm. You are becoming the storm. The hardest times, they're your blueprint. They're the moments when you get to